Hey everyone, it's Peter at Nelson's. We're getting a lot of phone calls, a lot of texts. What do we do to protect our plants? We're gonna do what we can, guys. If it gets as cold as they're saying, as we remember from almost 2 years ago with the big snowpocalypse, eventually it gets so cold that there's not a whole lot you can do, but it's always worth the effort. Sensitive plants, I like to cover with what's called freeze cloth. It's also sometimes referred to as remade. It's a lightweight cloth that breathes. Putting a sheet or plastic over can sometimes cause issues. You want a product that can breathe. We typically like to come and put this over our sensitive plants. This is called Mexican heather, which I know for a fact will burn in a good freeze. And then we like to just use these little landscape staples. So this is just a little piece. It comes on a roll 12 foot wide. You can get whatever length you need. But we're just coming in using the staples to hold it into place. I will say on the north side, the big thing with this front is they're calling for I think 40 mile an hour winds when it hits on late Thursday. But Eddie and I were actually out this morning covering some plants for a few folks. We actually were putting bricks on the north side of this because we were worried about in a heavy wind it could pull those staples out. But we're just trying to get a nice tight wrap on those plants. So the next few days, as they're still alive and happy, we're gonna create a little area, a little pocket of warmth here, and we're gonna keep any frost off the plant itself. I will say, if we get down into the lower 20s, most plants, even under cover, are gonna get burned. But we're gonna protect those roots. They will come back eventually. If you're feeling really excited, you can mulch all your beds right now. The mulch will really help protect the plants, but that's a lot of work to do too. Your sensitive trees, your citrus, your olive trees, mostly the fruit trees, if you have an old blanket, wrap the trunk, tape it up tight. You're gonna lose a lot of that outer foliage on citrus, but if we can keep the trunk alive, it will flush back out again. So get an old blanket. We're gonna do that this afternoon on a couple citrus trees, get them wrapped up tight, put the tape around, and let's just hope it doesn't get as cold as they're saying. But we'll be here for sure through Thursday. We're gonna play Friday by ear, but call us with any specific questions.
All right, so we're over here at one of our customers' houses preparing for the freeze on Thursday. This is a olive tree that 2 years ago got hit really hard with the freeze. You can tell it's kind of coming back now. It's actually looking pretty good, but we really want to protect this trunk. Even though we might lose some of the foliage up top, protecting this trunk is what kept this alive last time. So what we did so far is wrap 2 layers of kind of a thick bubble wrap. That's going to insulate the tree trunk, giving us 2 layers of warmth, and then we're actually going to wrap it in this nice thick heavy duty moving blanket, and that's going to give us our best chance on hopefully keeping this olive tree alive come Thursday.